north node is not something you need to become, and your south node is not some toxic version of an ex that you need to forget and leave behind forever. But first, what is a node? Why do we care about nodes? And what do they mean in our chart? I'm Nadia, I'm neurospicy. I also have a data addiction. And in the comments, I would love to know in which sign is your north node and your south node. So the nodes aren't planets. They're calculated points where the moon's orbit crosses the path of the sun from our perspective. They usually move retrograde. However, the true nodes go direct a couple of times a month. It makes for an interesting chart. Now, because they're directly opposite of each other, they light up a certain axis in your chart. You can tell quite a lot from this axis. Now, I want you to think of your birth chart as if it's a movie studio. Over the course of your life, you are going to produce many, many chaotic films. The studio stays exactly the same. The different rooms within the studio is where we do different things. The planets are actors, the points are tropes, and the nodes are special because the nodes are like a secret bridge between two opposing signs and opposing houses, and once you master it, it's like hacking your birth chart. Now, most people say, I am born in the south node, I need to travel in the north node, journey over, I've reached the destination. And this is one of the most damaging ways of working with your nodes, because your nodes are not supposed to be two separate points. Your job is to get this bridge to function and for these two nodes to talk to each other like they're old friends. Usually the south node will be where you are more comfortable. It's something you are born into. If you use astrology for spiritual purposes, it is the archive or the place where your lineage and background in this lifetime enters this world. The north node is where you want to travel to. However, you want to travel back. And the north node can feel a little bit chaotic, scary, or just like you're wearing shoes that are like 2 sizes too small. They're really pretty, but man, they hurt to break it. The key to working with a north node, south node is to understand what these two signs mean. What are they arguing about? Because they're across from each other, so they differ in opinion. Now, one of the examples of a north node, south node bridge that functions beautifully is the late Dolly Parton. She took enormous stories and beliefs and roots from her Sagittarius south node. She carried them across the bridge and into Gemini, where they became songs and words, stories that millions of people could access. So the first step is find out in which sign is your north and south node. And I'm going to make a video for every single one of the sign combinations because this is actually very fascinating to dive into, and I do enjoy a rabbit hole. So if you do too, come along with the journey. Let's learn about some nodes. If you're a ride or die and you've made it to the end, thank you so much. I would love to know, what season is your favorite season? My favorite season is always the season that is coming, because I get fed up with the season. So currently my favorite season is autumn, fall, pumpkin season. It is one of my favorites, closely followed by Christmas and then eventually followed by summer. And I hate spring because I have horrible allergies.